I never thought my khakis would cost me my job, or nearly tank a multi-billion-dollar deal. But that's exactly what happened on that crisp morning in Denver, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains loomed like silent judges over the city skyline.
I'm Emily Khakis.
And for 6 years, I'd poured my heart into Rocky Mountain Finance, a mid-sized firm specializing in tech mergers out here in the American West. We weren't Wall Street flashy, but we got things done, bridging old-school rancher values with Silicon Valley ambition. That day was supposed to be my crowning achievement, sealing a $4 billion merger with Harlan Tech, owned by Tom Harlan, a self-made legend who'd bootstrapped his way from a dusty garage in Albuquerque to a powerhouse in renewable energy gadgets. My alarm buzzed at 5:30 a.m. Same as always. I rolled out of bed in my modest apartment on the outskirts of Denver, where the air smelled like pine and possibility. I stared at the ceiling, mentally rehearsing the merger docs one last time. Contracts printed, terms ironclad, everything hinged on Tom's signature. I'd built this relationship over 3 years, not with slick pitches, but with genuine connection. Tom reminded me of my late dad, a Wyoming rancher who taught me that a handshake meant more than any contract. Tom had fled hardship in his youth, arriving in the U.S. with nothing but grit.
Now,
At 65, he ran Harlan Tech like a family, prioritizing people over profits. Our first meeting? I'd driven to his solar panel factory in Phoenix, skipping the power suits my colleagues favored. Instead, I asked about the family photos on his desk, his grandkids, his wife who'd passed from cancer, his mom still living with him at 89. We talked for hours about life's real stuff, loss, perseverance, building legacies in the vast Western landscape. After that, I didn't just email updates. I learned a bit of Navajo to chat with his mom during visits, sent wildflower seeds for his wife's memorial garden each year, personal touches, not corporate schmoozing. When his son tied the knot last summer, I drove down on my own time, sharing stories around a campfire under the stars. That's what earned his trust, not spreadsheets. I got to the office by 6:15, the building quiet except for the hum of the HVAC. I brewed coffee in the break room, settled at my desk in the open lobby area. No corner office for me. I liked being accessible, chatting with folks as they came in. My setup was practical: dual monitors, file stacks, a mug from a coworker saying, "World's okayest dealmaker." Outfit: clean jeans, a simple button-up shirt, boots that handled Denver's unpredictable weather. Comfort over couture, after all. I clocked 70-hour weeks. At 7:45,
my phone rang.
Emily. Morning. Tom's gravelly voice came through, warm as a desert sunrise. Leaving the hotel now. Still on for 10. Absolutely.
Tom.
Everything's set. This merger's gonna light up the West like a solar flare. I could hear his chuckle. I'm not in it for the flash, Emily. It's 'cause I trust you. See you soon. His words hit deep. In this business, folks chased metrics and margins, but Tom knew trust was the real currency out here, where deals often sealed over coffee at a roadside diner. By 8 o'clock, the office buzzed to life. Then she arrived, Madison Caldwell, daughter of our VP of Operations, Richard Caldwell. Rumors had swirled. She'd just snagged her MBA from some Ivy League spot back east. No experience, but handed a junior strategy consultant role. Nepotism plain as day. Her dad had lobbied hard. She strutted in like she owned the place. Designer skirt suit screaming trust fund, heels clicking like gunfire on the tile. I caught glimpses during her HR tour with Sarah. Madison's face twisted in judgment. Lips pursed at the casual vibe. Our office reflected the West practical.
No frills.
But her eyes locked on me as I reviewed docs, sipping coffee. She pulled out the employee handbook, smirking like she'd struck gold. She marched over, handbook flapping. "Excuse me, do you even know we have a dress code here?" Her tone dripped condescension. I looked up.
Come.
"And you are?" Madison Caldwell, junior strategy consultant. "And clearly, standards are slipping if this is acceptable." She jabbed at the policy. "Business professional or smart casual. I work long hours." "Madison, my clients value results, not runway looks." She laughed.
Sharp. Client?
Who'd trust someone dressed like they're heading to a barn raising? Then, the bomb. "You're in violation. You're fired." The lobby froze. 20 coworkers halted, stares burning. My coffee cup trembled. "What? You heard me. Pack up." She snapped at security guard Joe, a buddy who'd shared stories about his kids' Little League games. "Escort her out." That's when the glass doors swung open. Tom Harlan strode in, his weathered face breaking into a grin as he spotted me. Ignoring Madison, he enveloped me in a bear hug. "Emily, ready for the big day?" I pulled back, fighting tears, not from defeat, but rage.
Tom. I'm sorry.
I just got fired. Deal's off, I guess. The air chilled. Tom's smile vanished. He turned to Madison, eyes like storm clouds over the Rockies. "You did what? To grasp the fallout. Rewind to how this mess brewed." But in that moment, the lobby held its breath, the mountains outside witnessing what would become a reckoning. Tom's voice was low, lethal, like a coyote's growl before the pounce. Madison backed up a step, but her chin jutted defiantly. "Enforcing policy. She's not up to professional standards." Tom's gaze bored into her. "Who are you?" "Madison Caldwell. My father's Richard Caldwell. VP here. And you should speak to our CEO."
Elena Ramirez.
"About this." Her face lit with misplaced triumph. "I'd be glad to escort you upstairs. Ms. Ramirez will appreciate knowing about these issues." Tom glanced at me, his expression a mix of sorrow and resolve. He nodded toward the elevators, following her without a word. Joe hovered awkwardly. "Emily, what the hell?"
No clue. Y whispered.
Legs jelly. 3 years of building bridges, crossing state lines, weaving into Tom's family fabric, all shattered by this entitled kid's whim. The lobby erupted in murmurs. My best friend, at work, Carla, pushed through the crowd, her ponytail swinging, face thunderous. "Tell me Caldwell's spawn didn't just can you on merger day." "She did." My voice echoed distant. Carla gripped my hand. "This stinks. I've heard whispers. Richard's pushing cost cuts, restructuring, laying off redundants. Firing you now saves a bonus and promotion." Coincidence? My gut twisted. Planned, maybe. His kid targets you right before the Harlan deal? Too neat. Upstairs in Elena's office, the storm hit. I didn't witness it, but Carla's admin pals dished later. Elena had prepped champagne, press release ready. Tom's recount turned her excitement to fury. She summoned Richard, voice slicing like a switchblade. Richard arrived sweaty, Madison trailing smugly.
Elena.
Misunderstanding. Your daughter fired Emily Hayes. In public. Minutes before our biggest merger. Madison piped up. Dress code violation. I was upholding. Do you know who Emily is? Tom interjected softly. Some slacker ignoring rules. Tom's eyes hardened. She's why I'm here. Why I trusted Rocky Mountain Finance. The room iced. Richard paled. 3 years back. Your firm sent suits with buzzwords synergies. Projections.
Ibutit eng.
Then Emily shows. In jeans and boots. Asks about my family. Tom scrolled his phone. Here's Emily at my son's wedding. Dancing under the stars. Here's her chatting Navajo with my mom. Wildflowers for my wife's grave, every year. From her. Not you. Madison's smirk faltered. But business isn't personal. Out here. It damn well is, Tom snapped. Deals ride on trust. Seeing folks as kin. Not ledgers. Emily gets that. Works like a mule. Dresses practical. You fired her for it. Elena's knuckles whitened.
Tom.
We can fix this. Madison aired. An error? Hiring Green. No judgment kin with firing power? That's rot at the core. Tom rose.
No, Emily.
No deal. Harlan Tech walks. Richard choked. Mr. Harlan. Please. But Tom exited. Elena turned to Madison. Venomous. My office. Alone. Your dad leaves. Richard slunk out. Career crumbling. The Harlan merger was his golden ticket. Now Ash. Back downstairs. My phone pinged. Stay put. Not over. Tom. Whispers swelled. Emails flying. Stocks dipping on rumors. Carla squeezed my shoulder. You didn't deserve this. I know, but it stung like salt in a wound. The elevator dinged. Tom emerged, beelining to me. Emily. Outside. I grabbed my bag. Following. Behind. Madison's voice shrilled from the elevators, descending. Furious. This powder keg was lit. Outside. Denver's breeze carried mountain chill. We sat by a fountain in Civic Center Park. Pigeons cooing obliviously. Tom broke the silence.
I'm sorry.
Emily. That wasn't right. My fault?
No.
But 3 years. Gone. Not gone. I meant what I said. Deal's personal. Without you. No trust. Tears pricked. What now?
He sighed.
Walk away? Or fight? Your call. My mind raced. Fight meant legal tangles, wrongful termination, but out west. We preferred straight talk over lawsuits. As we spoke, Madison burst out, red-faced. This is ridiculous. Daddy will fix. Tom stood. Young lady, life's not fixed by daddies. Earn respect, or lose everything. She stormed off. Tom turned to me. Think on it. But no, I'd hire you tomorrow. Double pay. Equity in Harlan Tech. Fresh start in Phoenix, away from this mess. His offer tempted, like escaping a bad rodeo. But roots ran deep. Coworkers like Carla. Joe, folks counting on this deal. Back home, I paced my apartment, replaying the chaos. Phone buzzed. Elena. Emily. Please. Meet tomorrow? We need you. I didn't reply. Instead, I called Carla. Spill what you know. Richard's out, resigned. Or pushed. Madison's on leave. Elena's auditing hires. Shaking the tree hard. Sleep evaded me. By dawn, clarity hit. Revenge wasn't destruction. It was reform. Humane. Legal. Lasting. The next morning, I drove to the office under a clear blue sky. The Rockies gleaming like a promise. I'd decided. Stay. But on my terms. Reform from within. Make it fairer for everyone, no more nepotism blind spots. Elena's assistant ushered me in. Elena looked haggard. Coffee in hand, reorganization charts on her screen. I accept the promotion, I said flatly. Senior VP of Client Relations. Board seat. But conditions. She nodded. Name them. Transparent hiring, every job posted publicly. Blind resumes, no names. Schools. Merit only. Anonymous reporting for favoritism. Quarterly audits by independents. Results shared company-wide. And I veto any hire in my department. Agreed, she said.
No pushback.
In writing. By end of day. One more. Try salvaging the Harlan deal. Not for profit for the 250 jobs at stake if we fold without it. Her eyes softened. Tom's dodging my calls. But if anyone can, let me handle it. As a friend, not a suit. She extended a hand.
Deal.
Emily, I built this firm 25 years ago on Western ideals. Hard work. Integrity. Lost sight amid growth. You reminded me. We shook. It felt right. Like mending a fence instead of burning the barn. I called Tom from my car. Heart pounding.
I'm staying.
Took the VP gig.
Pause.
Sure about that?
Yes.
But hear me. Elena fired Richard outright, not resignation. Axed his cronies. New policies rolling, real change. Audited legally to avoid EEOC suits down the line. Why tell me? Because I want another shot at the merger. For the folks here, Carla.
Joe.
Families relying on paychecks. Not the brass. That's heavy. Emily. Not my burden. I know. But you built Harlan on heart. Give us 90 days. See proof, reports, audits. If we prove reform, reconsider. Long silence. 90 days. For you, not them. You've earned that trust tenfold. Relief washed over me. Won't let you down. Hanging up. I felt the weight. 90 days to shift culture. Document everything. Save livelihoods. No small feat in corporate Wild West. Back at work. Buzz hummed. Elena's email announced my promo. Changes. Folks nodded respectfully, hope flickering. Carla waited with coffee. Save the deal? Probationary. 90 days to prove we're better. Tight, but doable. Teams rallying, people tired of the old guard. We dove in. HR meetings for policies.
Consultant outreach for audits.
By lunch, an email pinged from Madison. Subject: sorry? Sort of. It rambled, defensive at first, blaming stress and expectations. Then shifted. Admitted privilege blinded her. Never earned stripes like I had. Working retail now. No daddy's pull. Hardest thing ever. Starting to get it. Respect's earned. Not dressed up. Ended with, hope the firm changes. You deserved better. Not a full apology, but a seed. I archived it. People could grow if they chose the hard trail. Over weeks, transformation took hold. Blind hires brought fresh talent. A kid from a Montana ranch with killer analytic skills. No fancy degree. We nixed 2 legacy execs coasting on connections, legally, with documented reviews to dodge wrongful termination claims. Surveys showed morale up 40%. Folks felt heard. Tom got weekly updates, policy docs, hire stats, audit snippets. He responded sparingly, but positively. Seeing effort, one read. Meanwhile, personal ripples. Joe invited me to his daughter's game, normalcy returning. Carla and I grabbed beers at a local brew pub, toasting progress. You're the sheriff cleaning up Dodge, she joked. But doubts crept. Was change surface deep? When a board member's nephew applied, Elena shut it down flat, proof it stuck. At 60 days,
Tension peaked.
a leak hit local news. Rocky Mountain finance shake-up after nepotism scandal. Stocks dipped. But Elena spun it positively. Transparency selling point. Clients called, intrigued by our human-first pivot. I visited Tom in Phoenix, driving through Red Rock canyons. We met at his factory. Not suits, just coffee on a patio overlooking the desert. Reports look good, he admitted. But is it real? Feel it yourself. Tour our Denver office next month. See the people thriving. He nodded thoughtfully. Maybe. Driving back, I reflected. This wasn't revenge, it was redemption. A lesson in humility. That privilege unchecked corrodes. But accountability heals. As the 90-day clock ticked down, the office pulsed with purpose. We'd implemented mentorship programs pairing vets like me with newbies, fostering growth over gatekeeping. One standout, a young analyst from Idaho, hired blind, uncovering a tax loophole saving millions, pure merit shining. Elena's audits came clean, no favoritism traces, compliant with labor laws. We shared results in a town hall, transparency building trust, Western-style honesty. Tom's visit loomed. I prepped meticulously, but kept it human. No flashy presentations, just real stories from staff. The day arrived sunny. Denver's streets alive. Tom toured, chatting with Joe about baseball, Carla about her hikes. In the boardroom, I laid out evidence, charts on diverse hires,
Morale metrics.
a video of employees sharing before and after tales. Tom listened, eyes assessing. Impressive. Feels different, like family, not factory. It is, Elena added. Thanks to Emily pushing us. He pulled a pen. Let's merge. But with safeguards, joint oversight on ethics. We signed. Champagne popping, not for show, but genuine joy. News hit. $4 billion deal seals after corporate overhaul. Stocks soared, jobs secure. Post-merger, integration hummed. Harlan's renewable tech meshed with our finance savvy, creating hybrid roles blending innovation and integrity. Madison? Word trickled she thrived in her new gig, a startup in Boise. Earning stripes. She even sent a card. Thanks for the wake-up. Proved me wrong in a good way. I replied briefly. Keep climbing. Forgiveness? Not fully. But understanding people stumble, but can stand taller.
Personally,
I settled into my role. Office, overlooking the peaks. Weekly check-ins with juniors became my favorite, guiding like Dad guided me. One evening, hiking in the foothills. Phone buzzed. Tom. Emily. Merger's humming. But more, proud of you. Showed business can have heart without losing edge. Learn from the best, I said. Hanging up. Sunset painting the sky. I pondered the lesson. In the vast West, where frontiers test character, true strength lies in lifting others, not climbing alone. Revenge fades, redemption endures. But loose ends lingered. Rumors swirled of Richard starting a rival firm, shady practices hinted. Elena flagged it. Potential poaching. Legal? I dug in.
detective-like.
Reviewing old emails. Patterns emerged. Richard's pre-firing maneuvers.
Siphoning contact.
Not revenge-driven, but protective. We consulted lawyers, clear paper trail avoided defamation suits. Filed a non-compete enforcement. Humane. Offered mediation first. Richard caved in talks, admitting overreach. Lost my way, he grumbled. We settled. No poaching. Plus a quiet donation to a Western job training nonprofit. Madison attended. Eyes wiser. Dad. Time to rebuild, right? He nodded. A family mending in the drama's wake. Life normalized. Mergers flowed.
Culture solidified.
At a company picnic in the mountains, laughter echoed, folks from diverse backgrounds bonding over barbecues and stories. Carla clinked beers. From fired to force of change. Hell of a ride.
Wouldn't trade it, I said.
The ordeal taught empathy. Privilege blinds, but exposure enlightens. Legal clarity kept us clean. No vigilante justice, just accountable reform. As stars emerged, I felt peace. The West spirit, resilient, communal, prevailed. 6 months post-merger, I stood in my office, framing a photo, me,
Tom,
Elena at signing, with Carla,
Joe,
and crew beaming behind. It symbolized not victory, but evolution, a company reborn humane. My calendar pinged, one-on-one with a junior, Alex, hired via blind process. From a small Nevada town, no connections, just sharp instincts. He reminded me of young me, eager amid uncertainty. Tell me about the client, I said in the conference room. Not numbers, the people. Alex lit up. This solar startup in Utah. Owners like my uncle. Bootstrapping through droughts. Worries about family legacy. I'm building trust. Learning their story. I smiled. This was it, business as connection, not conquest.
Passing the torch.
Passing the lobby, ground zero of my firing, I paused. Same space. Transformed vibe. No more whispers. Open dialogues flourished. News came. Richard's new venture flopped, karma. Perhaps. But I felt no glee. He'd learned. Volunteering at that nonprofit. Madison? Promoted at her startup. Accrediting hard lessons. Tom invited me to Phoenix for his granddaughter's birthday, a family affair under desert skies. We talked mergers, but mostly life, balance, forgiveness. You could have walked, he said by the fire pit. Why stay? Roots. And belief. People change if given the path. He nodded. Light lesson. Judge hearts. Not hides. Back in Denver. Snow dusted the peaks. Elena and I reviewed annuals, growth steady. Culture audits glowing. No lawsuits. Everything above board. EOC compliant. One quiet evening, alone with coffee, I reflected on the whirlwind. Fired over Khakis? Shocking. But it exposed rot. Sparked reform. The unexpected? Personal growth for all, even Madison. The true consequence, a firmer foundation. Where merit trumped bloodlines, trust bridged divides. In the American West spirit, we proved drama doesn't destroy, it refines. If there's a moral, it's gentle. Look beyond surfaces. Build with empathy. Business, like life, thrives on humanity. And sometimes, a pair of practical pants paves the way to profound change.